Hi everyone, my name is Nicola. I am simply a stitcher. Welcome or welcome back to my channel. If you're new around here, it's great to have you, and if you are returning, thank you for coming and spending some more time with me today. So today, this is my weekly Flosstube update, and I share with you the projects that I have worked on over the last 7 days. I've done all right. 8,735 stitches this week, plus one of those is a finish. Well, it finished the X's on it. I'll get to that in a moment.
Do you want a bell for that?
Not yet. I forgot what I'm going to say. Yeah. Oh, that's it. I have had a model stitch come in as well, so my stitch count is sort of, ever so slightly less. That's why. Because again, it doesn't go into Pattern Keeper, so I can't log it until I've finished it, but then that'll be another 3,500 stitches that I'll just add to my total. So what have I got to share with you? I have 5 projects. These flipping emails from Temu, they drive me bananas. Okay, first one that I've worked on is this piece. That's better. This is Night Cafe. The artwork is by Leonid Afremov and it's charted by Heaven and Earth Designs. So this was out in rotation this week, but it's also, given the fact that I've had a finish, it has been sort of bumped up to a priority item. So this is the bit where Andy kind of looks at me and gives me a funny look, because I'm going to be inserting some photos here. So first of all, I've moved the hoop, and this is what was completed on just as I moved the hoop. So this is how it looked. So I've moved the hoop, and I have added in on this piece this week 3,000 stitches. So it's gone from 3.85 to 4.16%. And this is stitched 2/1/10 stitch on some 25 count fabric. So I've moved the hoop just so that I can get in, a bigger sort of blank stitched area. Had a little query about this week about, why are there so many threads of the same colour? They're not all the same colour. This is a supersized max colour piece, so there are around 250 colours in it. So lots of the shading is very, very subtle. So in each 10 by 10 square, there is the shades of thread that literally go into that square, and there's one strand or one, set of threads for each colour. But as it's a supersized max colour, we find, like for example, this little bit here. Hold on, I'm just going to move it in very closely so you can see the orange threads over my finger there. There are 3 or 4 orange threads, and they're all different shades. So in this square here, there's probably about 8 shades of cream and orangey type colours. So yeah. Also with Night Cafe, because it's now been bumped up to my, not focus on a finish, because it's going to be a long time before it's finished. It has been bumped up to my add in some more stitches, at the very least until I get to all of my new starts are underway. Hence why it's had 3,000 stitches added this week. So I took a couple of, it's not, oh, wait a minute, it's 7,735 stitches. I can't add up. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, yeah, 7,000 stitches. I thought something was wrong. Yeah, I took a couple of screen grabs from Stitch Pal this week, and one of which, the first one I'm going to show you now, before I started doing any extra stitches, it showed you the projected finish date, which was sort of quite alarming. And then the second one, which I'll be showing you now, this shows what happens when we've added 3,000 stitches. So as you can see, that finish date has come down by, almost 2 years. So it's not going to be finished until I'm in my 80s at the current rate, so as much extra stitching as I can get in on this, you know, the better. Let's get it bumped up. Okay, so that's Night Cafe. The next one I have worked on, and all of the X's are finished on this piece. Nope. It's this one. And this is Long Dog Samplers Pandemic. So if you joined me on my live stream on Wednesday, you would have seen that I finished all of the X's on this piece. There's still a little bit of backstitch to go, and I have put some backstitch in. But what I'm trying to do is do it sort of, you know, a strand a night, you know, kind of thing, a single thread. With me having the model stitch coming in, I've only had the opportunity to put in one single thread of backstitch, but all of the X's on this piece are finished. So you can now do the belt if you so wish, dear.
Ah, okay.
Are you ready?
Hang on, I've got to find it first.
There we go. It's stitched 1/1 full cross on some 28 count fabric. And I have used two colours in this one, DMC 154 and DMC 310. So as you can see, the main colour is 154, but where there is an animal, an insect, a bird, a flower, you know, any sort of little standalone extra feature, and also for my initials, I have used DMC 310. And also there is a border around the edge here too, which is also in DMC 310. So I still have, I was working this off the paper, so I still have this section which needs to have its backstitch put in. Yeah, this section. So that essentially the last row of pages. There are very few in that portion, very few in that portion. The main backstitch that I have to add in is in this section here. I've done the vast majority of the 154 backstitch here. There's just some bits at the bottom, but here there's going to be a lot of 310 backstitch. There's two peacocks here, there's some other birds up here, and there's going to be some insects that need backstitching in as well. So yeah, that is Pandemic. It is done. And we are very happy that we now have two finishes in 2025. Okay, so third piece that I've worked on was my Spin It and New Start, and it's this piece. This is a Van Gogh Never Passed, and it's from Unconventional X Stitch. I think I counted this, and there's 90 colours in it. I went for this one 1/1 full cross, again on some 25 count fabric. Now, if you watch my stitch with me, the eagle-eyed amongst you will have noticed I've changed how I stitch it. So, Pandemic had 1,435 stitches to get to its finish. So with this one, I started using Gemma's method, where you sort of work at the free edge and you butt your stitches up against one another, so no stitch is left sort of disconnected. But within sort of the first 400 or 500 stitches, there got to be that many hanging threads. There was just no way I could carry on doing it, because I was starting to get myself confused. So I then started to work in the park threads, and now I'm sort of just going from the left to the right, you know, just a bit like how I worked on She Sleeps, just a bit of a sort of an as and when, and stitch it how I feel it kind of thing. It's had 1,300 stitches over 2 sessions, so it had an hour and a half on a stitch with me. I got it to 1,000 stitches the following day. Then I brought it back out for my Sunday stream. So 1,300 stitches, and it sits at 0.52%. and this is 1/1 full cross on 25 count. So I'm happy enough with the start on that. It's just the technique that Gemma uses, it's great. I like it. But I think that piece is just a little bit too confetti heavy for it. I mean, I know that her piece has got sort of 90 colours as well, but this is a high confetti, essentially all over it, I think. So, but I will be looking out for another that I can use this method on, because I did quite like it. Okay, so the next piece that I've worked on is my second Tilton Crafts piece. This is One to Rule Them All, and obviously it's Lord of the Rings inspired, and you guys know I am a big Lord of the Rings fan. So this came out for session 3, I think, 2 or 3, one of the other. It's stitched 1/1 full cross on, again, on some 25 count. So this strip is almost to the top there, but I've actually started to fill in some of the black. It's gone from 1.74 to 2.98%, and it's had 1,000 stitches. So yeah, there's lots of shades of brown in there, believe it or not. But from here right up until the left hand corner, it's just all 310. So while ever this isn't out on a stitch with me, I can get 1,000 stitches in really quick because it's all the same colour. So that is that. And the last one that I have worked on, because like a wally I keep forgetting to pick up this mock-up, is my one piece that I'm currently working from paper. This is Ice Dragon, designed by Nadezhda Gavrilenkova. Artist is Tatiana Verkovskaya, and kitted by Sarah up at Paine Free Crafts. So this will have some sparkle in it, but I'm not putting that in until the very end. I have no idea how many stitches are in this one because it's worked on paper. So I have put in on this piece another 1,000 stitches. It was out in for its rotation stitches yesterday. And that is how it looks now. Just move that back. So that is how it looks now. So there's a stitch missing in this square, but a stitch added in this. So there's definitely 1,000 stitches. And it's stitched 2/2 full cross on, I think it's 27 count. I couldn't swear to it, but I think it's 27 count. So yeah, more progress on this one. I'm not going to lie, I think I will be quite happy when this one is done because it's a paper pattern, and I think we're all very spoiled with Pattern Keeper now. Although I don't mind working off paper, it's just that, you know, Pattern Keeper is the thing, isn't it? So that is all of the stitching. So I'll tell you what's coming up on the channel this week. So we have a Stitch With Me with the Realm of Middle Earth map. I'm going to do my spin, or Andy's going to do my spin in a moment. Night Orange London will be out for some stitches, as will Envy. So I just want to ask my husband if he will come and choose one of these 7.
7, is that all that's left?
7 that's left, yeah. Magpie, Unicorn, Pandora, Evelina, Christmas Cat, Witch Cat and Tower Bridge. All apart from Pandora are GeckoRouge kits. Well, I say kits. Christmas Cat is not a GeckoRouge kit. Christmas Cat is a GeckoRouge free chart, but I have everything for, you know, to stitch it. Come on then.
I was just waiting for you to say that.
So here comes Doodles. Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Press the big white button.
I'm going to have to.
No. Listen, try not to jab the tablet into my head.
There you go.
Let's see what comes up.
It is. It's going to be Pandora.
Yep. So there will be some people who I know will be jumping up and down to see that Pandora has been picked. So I just need to cut a piece of fabric for it. It's the only piece left I have to cut a piece of fabric for, and I shall be starting that on Wednesday and as I film a Stitch With Me. So Realm of Middle-earth map, Pandora, Night Orange London, Envy. That is the shape of my week this week. As I said as well, I have got a model stitch in, which is 3,500 stitches. I will try and get done where I get done on it. And then I shall be back to Night Cafe and, you know, adding some more stitches on that. Stitching time might be a little bit limited this week. Tonight, it's Monday as I film this tonight, we are at Lauren's school for her production. She's doing We Will Rock You. Wednesday, I'm at dental in the afternoon, so Wednesday stream time may be limited on the Wednesday stream. And of course, because Night Cafe is the piece now, that is what will feature on the Wednesday stream. So that is all the stitching news. So I've just got a life update and something else that I want to say, I just want to cover off. So life update, I'm not even talking about my getting weighed this week because I'm still annoyed about it. Needless to say, I'm not at my goal. What else has been going on? Obviously, I've just said about Lauren's thing. I had a haircut this week. Dental that is coming up on Wednesday. But really, it's just a case of plod on with life. I'm just as busy as I'm going to be, you know, and that's that. Andy has a birthday coming up at the end of this week, on Friday.
21.
He's 21. 21 again. So, yeah. We would normally plan to sort of go out somewhere, but given I'm having my dental work done, it remains to be seen if I'll be face-to-face next week, because, again, I don't even want to go there after last week and me thinking I wasn't going to be here. You know, I don't know what's going to happen when I walk into the dental surgery on Wednesday. But yeah, we'll just have to sort of wait and see what happens next week with my videos. The other thing I want to cover off, for those of you who watch her, you might have seen Tracy's video, A World of Stitches. I've mentioned Tracy before a couple of times, in view of the respect that she's had a pretty tough 2025, and I think as far as she's concerned, bless her, 2025 can get in the bin. But she also had cause to mention on her latest update about some unpleasant comments that have yet again been going on in the cross-stitching community. Now, you guys know me. I have my group. My group is a drama-free zone, and I encourage to support and to celebrate things no matter how small in the cross-stitch world. I've also myself have been quite open that I do have mental health issues. I have suffered with my anxiety and depression since being a teenager, and there are days when, like Tracy said in her video quite rightly, you can have a tough time and you can still put on a smile, but you cannot see through that what somebody's going through underneath. So a lady, I think her name is Lone or Law, I can't remember, I'm really sorry, but her channel name is A Random Stitcher. She's been very open and honest about her mental health issues, and she has taken some horrific flack for it, some really sort of uncalled for and unpleasant comments. When you put yourself out in the Flosstube world, and you put yourself out on video like this, I don't ever expect that everything is going to be sweetness and roses. But, you know, it is not expected, but if somebody puts out their own personal feelings, their own issues, everything that's happening to them to share with the wider world, not necessarily for sympathy, but for putting it out there and saying, you know, it's okay not to be okay, it's okay to share these things. And for her, it was so people had an understanding of why things may not always make sense on her channel. I think it's terrible that, you know, this lady has been sort of treated, you know, in the way that she was, and, you know, had some unkind comments. So as far as I'm concerned, and I shall ask Andy if you put a little card at the end of this video, it's okay not to be okay. You can talk, you know, to myself, or, you know, if you're in my group, any one of our members, if you happen to share a post in there, you know, I'm really struggling, you will find no end of people who are willing to support you when you feel ready. I absolutely wish this lady all the very best. I completely understand where she's coming from. Her mental issues are a little bit different to mine, but at the end of the day, we're all human beings, so be kind. You know, that is my sort of greatest wish for this. I have over 2,500 subscribers to my channel, and I have only ever had 1 or 2 unpleasant comments, and those people, I have removed them from my channel. And, you know, if you make any kind of comment which is unpleasant or uncalled for on my channel, expect that. Please expect to be removed. YouTube is a big place. There are plenty of other videos out there. There are plenty of other Flosstubers out there. There are people that, you know, just literally come on and talk about the stitching and go away. And there are people who talk about their lives in greater depth. There's somebody like me, I'm kind of middle of the road. But you guys know I have a family, I have a home, and I try and keep things fairly real. But yeah, so my fond wish and my parting comment for you guys is, and I know the vast majority of you will, is please, please just be kind. We cannot see by looking at somebody, by listening to somebody, the depth of what they are going through. Rant over. Let's tell you a little bit about this week. So what's my schedule? So I will release this video, this Flosstube, on Tuesday. My Stitch With Me I will film on Wednesday to be released on Saturday. I've already filmed Thursdays this morning, so Stitch With Me out on Thursday and Saturday. And I like blah, 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 blah. Can't even. I will live stream on Wednesday, which may be for a limited time, and on Sunday, both at 7:30 p.m. UK time. It's GMT at the moment. And a quick note in relation to that, if you are watching from overseas and you have had a change in the clocks where you live, please do double check the times for my live stream. Canada had a change in clocks and it caught out a couple of people, even though I did pop it in my group. So yeah, just double check on the times. But I'm going to go because I'm on my work lunch break. So I will see you all next time. Take care. Happy stitching. Be kind. And I'll see you on the next one. Bye bye for now.